So Dustin Poirier came up with a very old school idea that's currently making shockwaves throughout MMA media. Uh, you probably have heard of this already. He is he is calling for a tournament of sorts for the BMF belt, and that would be between him, Dan Hooker, Justin Gaethje, and Max Holloway. These four lightweights would all do battle within one night. Well, Max is a featherweight, but you know what I mean. All these four fighters would fight all within one night. The tournament would happen within one night, and there'd be like two fights and then one fight after with the two winners of the last two fights. You know how that would work. And Dana likes it. He was asked about it in a previous interview, and he said he likes it. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. This would be interesting. And don't get me wrong, I love the BMF belt. I think it has a really good purpose. I think it's needed because it kind of rewards fighters who are, always showing up, always wanting to fight, always wanting to entertain the fans. So I think it's absolutely necessary. I think it is a little bit weird because of the weight class it's at. Lightweight is one of the most entertaining weight classes in the UFC in general. But I also think there could be BMF potential fighters, at lower weights and higher weights as well. Fighters like Dan Ige, uh, fighters like Kevin Holland, different fighters who do the same thing. They show up, they want to fight, they want to entertain. But this is not the point of my video. The point of the video today is that although this tournament idea is very cool, may seem very macho, very fun, very entertaining, I think it's going to be flat out dangerous, and I don't think it's doable. Why don't I think it's doable? I don't think it's doable because these are four of the most damage-causing and damage-receiving fighters in the UFC. You take a look at the track record of these four, and you see what they've been doing, and they go to war. They've been in multiple wars, bloody, broken bones, to almost sometimes to the death, 5 full round wars. Okay, so you see that and you respect it, but then you look at the perspective of a full tournament where these guys not only have to go to war once, but twice. So we're talking about fucking Dan Hooker and Max Holloway go at it for 5 full rounds, bloodying each other up, breaking each other's bones, and then the winner of that, which I would say would be Max Holloway. Max Holloway, bloodied and broken, then has to go up another level and fight Dustin Poirier, who's already been bloodied and broken from his battle against Justin Gaethje. I think it's fun and it's entertaining. Do not get me wrong about it. I'm all for entertainment and fun. Let me get this fucking light on here. Oh man, it just got so dark in here. I'm all for entertainment and fun, but we got to realize when it gets dangerous. Like, we got to see when this stuff gets really dangerous. I'm not at all trying to be a lame or a party pooper or any of that shit, man. Trust me, I want to be entertained and I want to see amazing fights. But I also want to see some healthy fighters who still go on to live long lives afterwards. And I think this one really takes the ticket, or takes the cake, of being one of the most dangerous options we could go toward within the UFC. Yeah, I think it's fun still. I think it would be great, and it definitely is. It definitely shows what the BMF belt means, within it, in itself, like what it stands for. nevertheless, it's still very dangerous. I think this is extremely dangerous, and I think it's not doable because of that. You know, if it was maybe like a thing where we could do like a, you know, they could do like maybe like 2 weeks, like do 1 week, one fight, and then give them some time to recover, and then go right into the next one. Then I would be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But to do it all in one night, it used to be done. You know, they used to do it like that. I think that's how like Rampage Jackson got his first title in the UFC or something like that. I don't remember the UFC history that well, but they used to have tournaments. They used to have full on one night tournaments where one fighter would beat the other fighter and move right on to the next fighter. It used to be done, but you know, now we've got like medicine's improving. How we look at the sport is improving. Sports medicine is improving. Like we're starting to see, people are starting to see the adverse effects. You know, they got to at least, they have to at least mention or acknowledge the consequences of doing things like that. So yeah, at the end of the day, you know, bottom line, I'm a UFC fan, huge UFC fan. I love seeing crazy knockouts. I was screaming when I saw what happened at UFC 300. I'd love to see that happen again. I love knockouts. I love the entertainment, the blood, the wars, all of that. But to have two wars, full-on wars, where the fighters are definitely going to come out broken, and then take two broken fighters and make them go at it again right after, I don't know, man. I don't really know. But you see it as you see it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next. Oh, and if I was to give you like a winner of this tournament, I'd go Max. Max would win that. All right.